welcome back. Today's video is going to be makeup hacks for beginners. I love making these kinds of videos for you and I hope you enjoy them as well. If you're a beginner, you know, I hope it helps you out. So anyway, we're gonna jump straight into the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I do upload 2 brand new videos for you every single week. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. Hack number 1 is to remember to apply your foundation before your concealer. So this is more of a tip, I guess, but it's really important because if you leave your under eye area bare, then you have more of a brightening effect when you apply your concealer. So hack number 1, make sure to apply your foundation all over your skin, including your neck area, but leave your under eye area bare. Another tip that I have for your foundation is to press the product onto your skin if you have blemishes or imperfections that you're trying to cover. So blending will give you more of a natural finish, but if you press the product in, it's going to conceal a little bit better. Hack number 2 is to now apply your concealer. So your concealer is great because it not only conceals your under eye circles, but it also can brighten your under eye area if you use 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. So once you're done with that, you want to go ahead and apply the concealer on top of your eyelids as your primer. So with one product, you conceal, you brighten, and you use it as an eyeshadow primer. So what this is going to do is prime your eyelids, and when you apply your eyeshadow, it's going to last you a long time, and the eyeshadow is not going to move, it's not going to budge, and the pigments are going to show off even more. Another foundation tip that I have for you guys may be a little obvious, but I'm telling you, this makes the world of a difference if you don't already know. You want to set everything in place using a setting powder. A lot of people make the mistake of using just any powder, and a lot of powders have coverage. So you don't want to use a foundation powder because that's going to give you more coverage, and then your under eye area will start to crease. So the powder that you want to buy is a setting powder. It could be loose, it could be pressed. My favorite setting powder is by Laura Mercier, and I personally prefer the loose, the translucent powder versus the pressed powder because I just think it gives you more of a natural finish. This next hack is one of my favorites. I like to use my face highlighter not only on the high points of my cheeks as well as the center of my face, but as my eyeshadow. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it does a beautiful job, especially if your highlighter is like a light golden color. So the one I use today is called Champagne Pop. It's the Jaclyn Hill and Becca collaboration, and I think it looks beautiful as an eyeshadow. So the trick to this is to make sure that your brush is damp, because this is going to make sure that the pigments stand out even more, and as you can see, the gold really peeks through. So grab a fluffy brush, make sure it's damp. I like to use either Fix Plus on top of the brush or just use a damp brush like I said, and then apply it all over, blend it really well until all the harsh edges are gone. Next, you want to use your bronzer as your eyeshadow as well. So anything that's powder form you can totally use on your face as well as your eyes. So I like to use my bronzer not only on the hollows of my cheeks, sides of my nose to really slim down my features and kind of bring them out. I do like to use my bronzer on my crease because it really helps my heavy fold. It makes my eyes look bigger. One tip that I have for you is to make sure that your bronzer has more of a taupey undertone and less orange, because those kinds of colors is what helps bring out your features and really, you know, define rather than just give a little bit of color. So one that I really like is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and it's something that I use all the time, but it's just a great bronzer, and it doesn't have too of a, it has more of a taupe undertone and not yellow. So I love using this on the hollows of my cheeks, and then with a small fluffy brush I like to just apply it on the crease, and it really helps open up my eye and hide my heavy fold. So this next hack is really cool if you have a dry eyeliner sitting around and you don't know if you should toss it or if there's any way you can save its life. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you have eye drops, you can definitely save its life. So what you want to do is drop a couple of drops of your eye drop, and then you want to mix it until it's nice and moist. So what you want to do is make sure that you don't put too much. So definitely start small and then add as you need to. I like to use 3 drops. I think it's plenty, but again, it really depends on how dry your product is. So once it's nice and moist, you can go ahead and apply it. So I went ahead and created this beautiful cat eye with that liner. So this next hack is definitely my absolute favorite. If you have a broken blush at home, a broken eyeshadow, or even any type of pigment, I feel like those MAC pigments can last you a lifetime. So if you have some of those, really any pigment that you have, you want to just go ahead and put that in a bowl. And then what you want to do is use some sort of a Vaseline base. So today I went ahead and used the Balm Cosmetics, I guess it's like a face balm, but you can use Aquaphor, you can use Vaseline. Like I said, anything that's tacky will do the job. So then you want to go ahead and apply that. And then lastly, if you want your lips to appear bigger, then you can use a little bit of peppermint oil in there as well, and then mix it really well. And then now you have yourself a really hydrating and beautiful lipstick. I love it. I absolutely love this color actually, and I think it turned out really nice. So I need to figure out how to save this so that I can use it more often. Next, you can use your lipstick as your blush. Yep, you want to just make sure that you use a very small amount, and I like to just grab it with my fingers, make sure that I kind of test it on the back of my hand and take off a lot of the product. And then I do like to press the product on the apples of my cheeks because I think this gives you more of a natural finish, and then blend it until all the harsh edges are gone. And then you can go back with your bronzer and kind of warm it up a little bit if you want to, but I just love doing this sometimes, especially if I'm wearing a certain lipstick and I want it to match my blush. I'll just go ahead and use the same thing on my lips as well as my cheeks. So if you're not into making DIY lipsticks, don't worry, we can still use the peppermint oil and apply it in your favorite lip gloss, and that's going to give you a beautiful plumping effect on your lips. So in this case, I just went ahead and dropped a few drops into my favorite YSL lip gloss, and then I'm just going to go ahead and apply that directly on the lipstick. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I hope that this helps you guys out if you're just starting out with makeup and want to experiment a little bit more. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye. What am I trying to say? Okay. You're starting, you know, to venture off into makeup? I think that's what you want to say. Okay, let's try that again.